What's up, Creed? Welcome to your Thursday warm-up here. Going for about 3 to 4 rounds, maybe even 5 in 6 minutes. Gonna start with 30 seconds of a cardio choice, then we have 8 and 8 dumbbell bent over rows, 10 sit-ups, 12 sumo deadlifts, and then 6 burpees. So, with our cardio options today, we have jumping jacks. We can do high knees. If we need options for inside. We can do mountain climbers as well on the ground. Keep it stationary, or we could go outside. We could enjoy the weather that we're having. Today, I don't know if it'll be good weather later on, but I know it's feeling pretty good today. We go outside and run. We can do burpees, up, downs, or we can skip some rope. Then we have 8 and 8 dumbbell bent over rows here. So we're gonna grab our dumbbell. Gonna think about that good morning position. So we're driving those hips back behind, knees are slightly bent, and she's trying to drive her elbow back behind her ribs. All right, make sure that dumbbell goes to her back pocket and doesn't go towards her shoulder. All right, want to engage that lat, not the bicep here. Then we have 10 sit-ups. So we're down on the ground in glute bridge position. All right, gonna have those arms overhead. We're throwing those arms, we're firing up nice and quick, sitting nice and tall at the top of each rep. If we'd like to go strict here, we can as well. Cross those arms over our chest. Keep those elbows glued to your ribs, all right? No momentum here, all coming from the core. Then we have 12 dumbbell sumo deadlifts, all right? So no high pull with this one, just getting our feet outside shoulder width. We're tapping to the ground here. We should get a good quad pump here. Focus on making sure the movement, you feel this in your quads and not your lower back. All right, so sitting those hips down, keeping that chest up during our 12 dumbbell sumo deadlifts. Then we have 6 burpees. All right, so these burpees, we're just gonna go arms to the floor. We're gonna warm ourselves down, and we're gonna bring those feet nice and wide, landing with flat feet. Make sure when we go down to the floor, we think knees, hips, chest, knees, hips, chest, hips, knees. All right, so when you hit the floor, those knees hit first, then those hips, then that chest. We're gonna worm ourselves down, and then reverse that and warm ourselves back up, kind of creating the momentum to get ourselves to stand tall. We have an AMRAP by 25 minutes here on Thursday. So you're going for a 30-second hold on the left arm, 30-second hold on the right arm, making sure we're not leaning over when we're holding that weight. If you can, try to find something heavy to hold on to. Pack a book bag up with some household items if you need to, if you don't have a heavy dumbbell. Or if you'd like to, you have absolutely nothing, which hopefully this isn't you, but I will give you the option. If you have absolutely nothing, you would just grab a lighter dumbbell, maybe a heavy, like a moderate dumbbell, and place it overhead and go with single arm holds overhead, all right, to make it a little bit more challenging. All right, but if you can, find a heavier dumbbell, the 50, the 60, the 70 range maybe, holding by one side, making sure our core stays nice and tight, and we'll roll with that single dumbbell arm hold. Then we have 10 toes to bar. All right, so our toes to bar modification will be lying leg raises, which we will show you guys there. Then we have 10 V-ups, which will be similar to that motion. We have a 1 minute and 30 cardio choice after that. Then we have 10 jiu-jitsu get-ups and 10 sunrise planks. So for our hold here, imagine our weight is nice and heavy, big dumbbell, big dumbbell. All right, so she's standing there just like this. Even if she has a light dumbbell or a heavy dumbbell, this is what we want your body and torso to look like. All right, so we roll those shoulders back, big chest, good posture here, and our core is engaged. Now, imagine that was a real heavy weight and it's pulling you to the side and you're rounding out forward. Notice how she's falling forward, the chest is caving in, and she's leaning into the dumbbell here. We don't want this type of posture with our holds here, so sit nice and tall, shoulders are back, and then our chest is nice and big, all right? So we're holding there for 30 seconds. We'll switch arms, 30 seconds on the opposite side, and that will be our farmer's carry move. Then we have 10 lying leg raises here. So we down on the ground, we're gonna have our arms out wide for balance. And we're gonna start with those legs all the way up, slow on the way down, and then once we tap our heels, we bring those legs up, keeping them nice and straight, slow on the way down, then bring those legs up nice and quick, and making sure that low back stays curved into the floor. So think about belly button into the spine, and we keep a nice flush back with the ground here. Then we have 10 V-ups here, 10 V-ups. So that's when we're in our hollow hold position and we're bringing those arms to our shoelaces here, still having those straight legs. If we need to, we can rest those legs in between each rep. A little more stability here with this movement. As we practice, the stronger our core will get and the better we'll get at those V-ups. Then we have a 1 minute and 30 cardio choice, which we showed you guys our cardio options. You can also sub that for some burpees if you'd like to, or running, or jumping rope, or jumping jacks. Just going for 90 seconds there. And then you have 10 jiu-jitsu get-ups, 5 on each side here, 5 on each side. So she's gonna start with one arm planted on the ground. Whichever arm is planted, that leg would be straight. The arm that is up in the air is gonna have a bent knee, all right? So from here, she's gonna glute bridge up and sweep that leg all the way through, and now she's in a nice wide stance, almost like a sumo deadlift, but even wider than that. She'll stand tall, place the hand back down to the ground, sweep the leg through again, and that's her starting position right there. So she's sweeping the leg and unsweeping the leg, going down into her hip, making sure that hip taps the floor for a full range of motion. We're gonna go 5 reps on one side, and then she'll switch sides and go 5 reps on the other side for a total of 10 here. All right, just kicking that leg through, planting nice and wide. All right, then we have our 10 sunrise planks. So we're down in push-up position. We're gonna roll to the side plank with our hand in the air, looking up at the sky, make sure we balance. We'll rock those feet side to side here. And notice under her forearm right there in the back of the picture, you can see how her feet are stacked, not off of each other, but they're stacked over one foot. As she goes into her plank here, she stabilizes, and then she rotates over. All right, and that is our movements for Thursday's workout. You guys have a good one.